This grounding yoga practice is all about finding your roots and connecting to something solid. The practice is fully seated and accessible to most who are able to sit upright in a chair. You'll need the following equipment: a chair and 2 yoga blocks. We will start this practice by finding connection to something solid. For many, it will be a grounding to the earth. For others, it may be something within themselves. Close your eyes if it's safe or comfortable for you to do so. You can also stare softly off into the distance. Scan your body to find a place where you feel most rooted. Start your scan at the bottom of your feet and slowly work your way up the body. If you have altered sensation in your feet, it may not be comfortable to bring your attention here. Wander away from this sensation and up your body. Perhaps you feel rooted at the sacrum. Bring your attention to this point. If focusing on this area brings up memories or feelings of trauma, wander away from this sensation. Now is not the time. This is not the place. Right now, in this moment, we are seeking a safe place within our body, a place that feels solid, a place that feels protected. Keep scanning upwards until you find your connection. The connection can be as small as the feel of your little finger pressing gently into your thigh or armrest. If you cannot find a physical sense of grounding, explore creating that connection in your mind. Imagine a string tied around your little toe or little finger, connecting you to the earth. You can choose to pull away at any time, but there is still that little bit of connection anchoring you to something solid. Take a moment to breathe and connect with that root you've created. If your mind wanders, that's fine. When you notice your mind wandering away, gently wander back to your root. There will be a few moments of silence here to allow you to tend to that connection. You will hear a gentle chime when it's time to shift to the next section of today's practice. As we start this practice, always remember that what I'm showing you is just an offering. The most important skill you can learn through your own yoga practice is the skill of knowing your own body and how to take what I am offering and make it work for you right now. Before we move into the modified sun salutation, we'll be starting with some cat-cow. You'll notice that I'm sitting at the edge of my chair with my feet firmly planted on the floor, slightly wider than hip width apart. I'm stretching back towards the back of my chair into a C shape and then coming forward and arching my back so that my chest is lifted, my head is up and back. And you'll notice that I'm rolling through each of these movements, looking at each corner of my hips, kind of pushing in to see how that feels, making small movements, large movements, really just feeling out my body. Come back into mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms overhead and shift from side to find a grounding in your hips and in your feet. Exhale into cactus arms, squeezing those shoulder blades tightly together. Inhale, reach up again, shifting from side to side, getting a small stretch on your exhale. Inhale to a back bend, and exhale, release back into mountain pose. Again, inhale, reach above the head. Take opposite wrist and opposite hand. Exhale, reach over to the side, getting a side stretch. On your inhale, come back to the middle, switch sides, and exhale for a nice side bend. Inhale, exhale, cactus arms, squeezing shoulder blades. Inhale, reach above your head, and exhale, release back into your mountain pose. Get comfortable in your seat. Make sure you're sitting at the front of your chair. Have blocks available for you for this next move. We're going into a forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, resting your hands on yoga blocks or the floor. Widen your legs further apart if you need a little bit more room for your stomach to sink between your legs. And let yourself hang here, fully supported. Find what's comfortable for you. You can cross arms here if you like, or lean on those blocks for support. Make sure you're still pushing through your feet to find a grounding connection to the earth. Breathing all the while. Inhale, push yourself up halfway, nice flat back. And exhale, fold right back into that forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we come back to a mountain pose. Wiggle and adjust as needed. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus arms, squeezing shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Using those blocks for support. Inhale, push up through those hands. Halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up, reaching. Cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hands to thighs or hands in front of you in prayer position. Quick body check-in here. Are there any places you need to stay longer? Places you need to flow through? Inhale those arms overhead. Cactus arms, get a stretch across the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, big swan dive. Forward fold. Pushing up into that flat back with both hands. Exhale, release. And inhale, reaching up overhead. Back to those cactus arms. That's an exhale. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale into prayer or placing hands on thighs. We're going to do another round here, and I want you to flow at your own pace. So if you want to move faster or slower, you can always look up and see where I'm at in the movement. But this is for you to pace at your own breathing, your own flow. Maybe you hold a little bit longer in that forward fold and take a few breaths there. Maybe each move has an inhale or exhale with it. Just flow through the practice in whatever way works best for your body. At the end, take a few deep breaths to center and notice. Shake anything out that you need to shake out. Get comfortable. And in this next round of modified Sun Salutation A, think about that grounding point as you go through each movement. Where was that point for you? Can you focus on keeping that connection even as you're moving through this sequence? Use your props. Let them support you in this work that you're doing on your mat today. Excellent. We're going to do one more round of the sun salutation. Again, take it at your own pace. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhaling, cactus arms. Reach for an inhale and exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, push up halfway. Exhaling, back to forward fold. Inhaling, move from the hips, use those back muscles to reach arms overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhaling, reach, and exhaling, coming back down into your body to center and to breathe. One more time, your own pace. Find your grounding connection. Focus on that grounding connection. And then again, take a moment just to move through your body, any last movements that you need. I'm going to do a version of legs up the wall using my chair. You can sit back in your chair, taking easy pose with your feet on blocks if your feet don't touch the floor. You can lie on the floor in corpse pose or rest your legs on your chair like I'm doing here to take a nice, easy, restful pose. We are coming to the end of our practice today. Take another moment to close your eyes or stare softly ahead. Notice the root you tended to at the beginning of your practice. Imagine it growing stronger, more solid. Consider when you leave this time and this space, can you follow your roots back to this moment? In times of physical discomfort, painful memory, and self-doubt, can you wander back to this place of safety to take shelter, tend to your heart, and rest, even if only for a moment? I will leave you here to take this moment of silence to tend to your roots. You will hear the chimes as the practice ends. Thank you for being with me as we cultivate our roots together. Gently open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a moment to come back into this shared space. Thank you for being here as we cultivated our roots. I look forward to seeing you again soon.